Good morning. Welcome to the Warrior Healing Center's live stream. Today is Friday, February 28th, I believe. I wanted to go over some of the events upcoming this week, next week, and talk about a couple of other things that I've learned over the past few weeks. So, events happening this weekend at the Warrior Healing Center. Tonight from 1600 to 1700. We have the Gratitude Drum Circle. So if you're interested in that, come on down. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. to noon is the Empowerment Hypnotherapy class. It's usually a small group of people. Feel free to come on down, veterans, significant others. Come on down, learn about what it is, and Jeff is the instructor. He's the hypnotherapist, and he would be more than happy to explain it. The class actually does explain it. And then afterwards, from 1200 to 1600, 12 to 4, is pro bono hypnotherapy for veterans. So I know he works with smoking cessation, PTSD, and there's a list of other things he works with. I don't have the complete list with me, but come on down and Jeff can go over that with you. Monday, it's a PTSD podcast, so you can listen in on the Warrior Healing Center Facebook page, and that happens at 1 p.m., 1300. Monday, again, 3-2 from 5:30 to 6:15 is Thistle Rose Healing Energies, Qui-Gong 5 Treasures. Tuesday, from 1800 to 1900, 6 to 7 p.m., is the PTSD Group and Family Support or Defense. Let's see what else we have. Thursday morning, every Thursday morning from 9 to 11 a.m. is the Bagels and Brew. So come on down, veterans and significant others. Come on down, check it out. It's a great time to socialize, get to know some people. And if you have any issues, you can speak to somebody while you're here. That's about all I'm going to go over today. There's a lot of other things that happen. There's Flutes for Vets. There's a Bible study on Thursday mornings as well, and that happens at 10:30 till noon. And that happens, you come in, Bagels and Brew at 9, hang out for a little bit, socialize, and then you can head over into the Bible study. Let's see what else there is. That's about all I'm going to talk about on that today. So those are some events for you in the next coming week that you could come out and enjoy. So I do the PTSD group here on Tuesday nights from 6 p.m. to 7-ish. Usually if we're really into it, it'll go a little longer. But we start at 6. So in talking with some of the veterans and in talking with some people in the group and so on, it's come to my attention that a lot of people are afraid to file for their benefits. If you have a service-connected disability, you need to file. Don't be afraid that you're going to get turned down. It may happen. If it does, you just challenge it. You're allowed to appeal. And then just appeal it. Now, having said that, I've noticed over the past few weeks a huge influx of different messages popping up on my phone, on the internet, on my Facebook page about all these companies guaranteeing 100% they can get your benefits for you. I'm not going to say they're fake or false, but you don't need to do any of that. One, they cannot ever guarantee 100% that you will get your benefits. That's a false claim. What we do have is the DAV, which is run by veterans. They do an absolutely wonderful job. So if you have a claim or want to file a claim for a service-connected disability, it doesn't matter what type of disability it is. You can go down to the DAV, make an appointment, and speak to them, and they will help you file your claim. You can also go out to eBenefits and file your own claim. Now, people are saying can't do that. Well, yes, you can. So the problem is that I've seen over the past with different people that I've worked with or spoken to is that they rush through the claim. So here's are some keys that you need to understand. If you go out to eBenefits and file your own claim, read every word. Understand everything it's asking for. The best thing to do is print it out. There's a sheet of everything that you'll need to accomplish. Print it out. There's forms you need to fill out, claims forms, comp and pen forms, all of that. They're all there. So if you print everything out and you start reading from page 1, and as you go, do each step, every step of the way, then you could submit, scan your data, your documents, and send them right back up on eBenefits, and your claim will be filed. It can be done. I did it. It takes a while, but they have, they're supposed to get turnaround time is like 60 days. However, it can be a little longer. They're so backlogged now, it's incredible. So it doesn't matter if you go hire a lawyer or if you log into one of these pop-up things that come to your Facebook email or cell phone. It doesn't matter. They cannot get your claim heard any sooner than the VA is able to process the claim. So that's my best advice. I've also spoken to some individuals. I wanna target women right now, only because they've had it rough. I mean, before, well, not before, but during peacetime, during wartime, from early 70s on, probably even before that, women have been abused in the military. And then women have been pretty much threatened and shut down and scared into keeping their mouths shut. And I see that so much more today. Women come in and they don't want to talk about anything for fear of reprisal. Somebody is going to come after them. And that is not the case. I want to reassure everybody out there, especially the women, especially those women of sexual abuse, sexual assault, any kind of sexual misconduct that was done to them. You have a right to file a claim free of any harassment by anybody in the military. If you're a veteran, they can't harm you anymore. They can't threaten you like they did when you were under their command. You're no longer under their command. There are organizations out here. There are some organizations right here in the Warrior Healing Center. There's 50 plus organizations inside this building that can help. You need to reach out. You can come here to the center and talk to somebody. You will not be threatened. You will have the ability to talk to somebody with confidence about your situation. And know that everybody here does care. We all care about every veteran out there. And I think that's the main point I want to make. You have a claim, something happened to you in the service. You're allowed to file a claim without fear of reprisal from anybody. They can threaten you while you were in the service, although they would deny it, excuse me, which is true, the case for most. I mean, as much as the higher chain of command will say, we run a tight ship, this and that, they still will cover their tracks. They'll cover their butts to wash this under the table. It happened to me. Nothing happened. Pack your gear and let's go. That's the kind of mentality they have because they don't want that stuff in the service. The problem is they target the victim. They don't ever go after the perpetrators. So, my suggestion, DAV. Well, military sexual trauma of any sort, seek out a professional in the VA, in the VA centers, the vet centers. The vet centers really aren't all that good. I mean, if you can get an appointment, they'll basically tell you the same thing. Speak to somebody that's trained in military sexual trauma, and then from there, your doctors can work with you, your psychologist, all of that, and you can determine whether or not you feel that you have a service-connected disability, i.e. military sexual trauma. If you have, I would encourage you to file your claim. It may get denied, but that's okay, because you can appeal it. And it may get denied again, but you can appeal it. You can continue appealing your claim and adding to it as time goes on, as your doctors identify more problems, as your therapists identify certain, items, or what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. But symptoms, okay, symptoms of PTSD. If your therapist, doctors identify all of these symptoms of PTSD, that helps your claim. If they identify the military sexual trauma portion, the sexual trauma at all, that aids in your claim. So the idea is to do the paperwork as complete as possible. Again, you don't need a lawyer. You don't need these companies popping up on your email saying we can get it, these commercials saying 100% guaranteed, because it's not. The only guarantee that you have is that if you file your claim, it will be reviewed, and you will be able to appeal if it's denied. That is guaranteed. That's the only guarantee there is. As you continue the process, as you gain more data, you just keep adding it to your case. Build your case. Again, like I said, you don't need lawyers to do it. Outside lawyers, or any lawyer really, they can take up to 25%, some up to 30%, plus all of the outside testing costs associated with doctors, finding documents, putting together documents, and so on. So all of that would come out of any award that you were granted through the comp and pen portion of the Veterans Administration. And then that piece would go to the lawyers, and then the balance would be yours. But they can only claim a portion of any arrears that you're granted. So nothing more. They can't take anything moving forward. So, like I said, a lot of people don't understand what's really going on when they file for a claim. Some of them are scared off of doing it. Some people are fearful of losing their benefits. If they have another underlying condition that's been identified, they don't want to go for an adjustment on their rating because they're fearful that they will lose their current rating. Yes, that's possible. But again, depending on the circumstance, if your conditions that if you've had a rating already and your conditions have not improved, then chances are they're not going to decrease your benefits. If you have an additional issue that you can make a claim for, you can add that. That may get denied. It still won't affect your other benefits. Yes, they do have the ability to review your current rating. And yes, they can actually reduce your current rating. However, they can't reduce it without evidence. They can't just say, we're going to reduce it because. There has to be a reason for the reduction. So in other words, if you're 70% for physical disability and you're out there working and you're proving that that disability is not really affecting your ability to work, yes, they can reduce your rating. But each person is individual. Every rating is an individual rating for the person and their specific conditions, current and moving on. We all get older, and as we get older, different things happen to us. For me, I have a rating for PTSD. However, I was also a part of the Camp Lejeune water poisoning. So if I gain one of those 14 different types of cancers down the road, I can go and file a claim against that, because those are pretty specific. There's a bunch of other pieces that they look at, but they're not a part of an automatic claim for that water poisoning in Camp Lejeune. So I just wanted to talk about that for a few minutes and let you know that, the fear of filing is, there shouldn't be. If you have a legitimate claim, you should file it. If you're a woman and you have military sexual trauma, you should talk to somebody. You should come in here, speak to Reverend Donna, speak to Julia, Women Warriors. Talk to them. They're wonderful people. They can offer a lot of advice. I don't quite know what all they do. I know Donna also does tapping. Reverend Donna does tapping therapy. Works really well. I do it. It's reduced my stress. It's reduced a lot of different stuff, the anxieties and stuff that I typically have when I go out into the community. I'll just tap before I go, or if I get stressed during something, I will do it then too. So there's some wonderful things here at the Warrior Healing Center that can help you with your stress and anxiety. PTSD group, bring your significant other. Every Tuesday we have it. The group is wonderful. People come all the time. I have usually 6 to 7 people, and new people are coming each week. So at that, I'm going to close it for today. It's a very short video or short live stream, but I just wanted to let you know some events that are going on this week, this weekend, and just to talk a little bit about your claims, if you wanted to file claims. I know a lot of people are scared to do it. The other piece I wanted to mention. I've also noticed a lot of people, when they file their claims and they don't hear what they want, they get really, really out of sorts, and they're really loud and boisterous, and it doesn't help your claim. The people you're talking to aren't the people that make the decision. They're the people that can guide you, or you can tick them off so much that they don't really want to, if I tick people off, which I do from time to time because I just sometimes don't control my anger all that well, but when I tick people off, I notice that they're very standoffish and don't really want to give me as much information as they could have if I had been nicer. So I try to be nicer to people, and it shows when I'm seeking information on different things. People are more willing to sit and talk to you. I know it's frustrating. I know, it's been a long time and you have no benefits and finances are short and life is hitting you in the face and bills are piling up and you can't pay for certain things. I get it. Just like I said, find your happy place in your mind when you're talking to these people. It is a frustrating process. It is a long process. It's taxing. It's going to get your emotions going because now you've got to remember your traumas or remember your whatever your disability is. So all of that brings back memories, and all of that brings back unwanted stuff that we have to deal with again. Just be mindful that all of that stuff is going to happen. You're going to relive the experiences because you have to retell it or tell it for the first time. You've got to write it down and you've got to tell it completely. They need the complete story, the good, the bad, and the ugly of it. If you sugarcoat it, then it's not as bad as it really was. If you make it seem not bad, then it's not bad. If you tell the truth about what happened, right down to the details, then they really get a clearer picture of what you're going through or what you went through. And then the healing can start and your process can begin for your claims. So that's all I have today. Have a good weekend. It's going to be a nice one, so get out and walk around, do some stuff, and stay active. All right, take care now.